Donald Trump casually announced that the United States is going to start bombing Mexico. He does not use hypothetical language. He does not suggest that this is a mere thought experiment. It is not, some people are saying. He says we are now going to start hitting land in Mexico with regard to the cartels. But we're going to start going into Mexico and hitting land.
And we are going to start now hitting land with regard to the cartels. The cartels are running Mexico. It's very, very sad to watch and see what's happened to that country. But the cartels are running, and they're killing 250, 300,000 people in our country every single year. The drugs, it's horrible. It's devastated families. You know, you lose a child or a parent. I mean, parents are dying too with drugs.
There's sort of like a few overarching elements to this. First of all, the legality. In the normal world order, you don't just get to bomb a sovereign country because you feel like it. Mexico is not an enemy state. There's no declaration of war. There's no authorization for the use of military force. There's no congressional approval. And just saying cartels, that doesn't magically make the entire thing legal. If the standard is criminal organizations operate there, that describes half the planet. That doesn't mean that the United States would be justified in starting to bomb. Now, secondly, there's the kind of like alliance issue with Mexico. Mexico is not a random country Trump can bully for applause, although that also I would be against, but it's a different scenario. Mexico is one of our closest trading partners. Trump did his whole USMCA thing, which involves Canada and Mexico. Mexico is deeply integrated into the American economy. We are highly dependent on Mexico for supply chains, manufacturing, agriculture, even energy. And Mexico has a president, and that is President Claudia Sheinbaum. You don't bomb your ally and then act shocked when the cooperation is pulled overnight, which would be devastating to the American economy. Now, this is maybe the most dangerous part because Trump doesn't seem to understand it. Cartels are not governments. They are not an army with a uniform. They are not static targets. If the U.S. starts bombing inside of Mexico, the cartels are not going to complain by filing a grievance with the United Nations. The cartels are going to respond by kidnapping Americans, by killing Americans, by targeting American tourists and business people and aid workers and journalists, and they are going to do it immediately. That is how criminal organizations operate. Trump talks about this like a video game. We're going to start dropping bombs and win, problem solved. It would almost certainly escalate violence on both sides of the border. It'll destabilize Mexico. It'll poison our diplomatic relations for years, and it'll put American civilians in the crosshairs. Americans will die if Donald Trump does that. And why? Because he wants to sound tough on TV. He wants to have stuff to brag to Sean Hannity about. And this is the logical and predictable end result when someone doesn't understand international law and doesn't care about it, doesn't understand alliances and doesn't care about them, and basic cause and effect does not compute in his brain. Reckless, of course, dangerous, of course, but this is the way that this guy operates, and we have limited time to put a stop to it.